Hi guys, I'm back with a promise tutorial, and it's going to be using the Naked 3 palette, and it's really good for the daytime. It's not dark, it's soft, and, you know, pink, pretty. I did switch the room that I was filming in, simply because this one looks like there's more light. I'm thinking that it's probably the color of the walls, because this blue in here just makes it look like there's more light, and the other room has a tan color on the back wall. Now you can't see in the video, but the other walls are kind of a light sage green, but the one in the back is a tan color and it looks yellow, and it just makes it look like it's really dark. So hopefully this one will be better. Sorry, I just had a stupid moment, and I had the camera facing backwards, so I was recording the mirror and I was talking, and it was just really stupid. I feel like all of this would just work out so much better if I had, like, a cute little accent. Warren Curtis, I'm looking at you. So anyway, I'm sorry. I'll continue on without my silliness. I'm done now. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm obviously not mature enough for this. Okay. Ew, I just spit. I usually don't place a lot of emphasis on the brushes that I'm using unless they happen to be really vital to whatever look I'm doing. Usually they're not. So I probably won't mention the brushes. If you happen to want to know what brush I used for a certain thing, then just let me know and I'll add it in the description box. But other than that, I hope you really like it, and let me know what you think.
First, I'm going to prime my lids using Urban Decay's Primer Potion in Eden. This is just going to help the color stick to the eyelids better. I'm also using my ring fingers because they are the weakest fingers that we have, and the eye area is extremely sensitive, so we don't want to pull on the skin. Next, I'm going to take my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk and just put that on my eyelids. This is going to act as a base, and it's going to make the colors in the palette really pop against my skin. Now I'm going to take my fingers and just blend it out a little bit so that the color goes on there a little bit more evenly. Now I'm going to take a flat brush and dip it into the color Buzz out of the Naked 3 palette. And I'm just going to pat this on my eyelid. You want to try not to start off by brushing it right on your eyelid, because it does have micro glitter and that will produce more fallout, but if you tap the first layer onto your lid, it will stick to that NYX pencil that we put on there. And then once you get your eyelid covered, you can go ahead and do a little bit more brushing. Just make sure that you start off patting. Next, I'm going to take a round fluffy brush and dip it into the first matte shade we're going to use, called Limit. And we're just going to blend this into the crease, and this is going to be our transition color. Next, I'm taking another matte shade called Nooner, and I'm going to use a smaller and more condensed brush for this. I'm just going to put it into the crease a little bit more concentrated than I put that last shade, Limit, because this one is a darker shade, and we're just going to use it to define our crease. Now, I am noticing that the application looks a little bit different between my eyes, but that's because my left side is on the side by the window. So there's some light coming in through there that is making it a little bit harder to see. But my right eye, as dark as that looks, that's actually exactly how both of them look, but the light's a little confusing. Next, we're going to take Limit once again and just use that to blend that out a little bit and soften it up. I'm going to take the color Black Heart and use a very short brush that is also very dense, and I'm going to concentrate that color into the crease, but not all the way across the lid, just the outer part of the crease, and create sort of like a sideways outer V. It looks really dark right now, but don't worry, we will blend it out. Just going to take that brush and blend out all the edges so that you can't tell exactly where one color starts and the other ends. So now I'm taking my Scandalized Kohl pencil in Nude, and I'm going to use this to line my waterline. I do have sensitive eyes, and I can't use just any liner in my waterline, but this one is actually quite gentle, and the staying power is amazing. The reason why you use a nude liner in this area is to make your eyes look bigger, and it's not as harsh as using a white liner. Next, I'm going to take the shade Nooner, and I'm going to put that along my bottom lash line. Take the color Black Heart again and use that same dense slim brush that we used up top, and we're going to line our lower lash line, but try to stay closer to the lash line than we did with Nooner, and also make sure that you connect that with the outer V that you did earlier, just so that there's no gap. take the first matte shade in the palette called Strange, and it's kind of an off-white color. It's matte shade, and I'm just going to use that and put that along my brow bone. Okay, so now I'm going to take the color Trick on a different brush, and this is a really peachy gold color, and I'm just going to tap that right on the middle of my eyelid. I don't want to get it anywhere other than there, because this is just meant to make the eyelid pop a little bit more and make it stand out, but we don't want to brush this on the entire lid. Now I'm going to take my Maybelline liner pen, and this is the fun part. I am going to wing it out a little bit, and usually I do my wing first just because I've found that when I line the rest of my eye first, I end up accidentally making my wing way too big for my face, and then I have to make it a little bit bigger to even it out, and then it just ends up a huge black mess. I'm going to take that peachy gold again called Trick and use the same brush that I used before, but now I'm just going to put a little bit in the inner corners of my eyes just to make them a little bit brighter. For mascara, this is my favorite part. This is the Lancome Hypnose Drama mascara in black, and I'm going to put that on my top and bottom lashes. I am doing a little bit of contouring for this look. For a contouring powder, I don't use a bronzer. I use Revlon's Nearly Naked powder, and I get it in the shade Deep. So it's just kind of a brown color. And I find that it just blends better, and it's a lot more affordable just to use it as a contouring powder. I put it in the hollows of my cheeks, around my forehead. I did do the sides of my nose, but I guess I didn't record that part. And now I'm taking High Beam from Benefit, and this is a liquid highlighter. I'm just going to put a little teeny bit on the highest points of my cheekbones and just tap that on. And tap a little bit of the excess on the bridge of my nose and my cupid's. Now I'm going to use L'Oreal's Lacquer Lip Stain in Infinite Fuchsia on my lips. And this is a lip color, and it is a lip stain. It wears like a lip stain, but as you can see, it's very glossy, and it does actually stay glossy. It does not dry to a matte finish. So I really like this because it's not at all drying, and for being such a glossy product, it really does stay on your lips for a long time through eating and drinking. I was very impressed the first time I used it. Just make sure that I'm getting it all the way to the edges of my lips. The wand that comes with it makes it really easy to apply because the tip is very pointed, and you can use that to kind of line your lips, and then the flat part fills them in really nicely. Lastly, I'm going to take Urban Decay's All Nighter Setting Spray and just spray that on my forehead and my cheeks and my nose. And this is just going to help my lip last all day.